Righto guys, so today in the workshop we have this 200 series and watch how we take this build from this to this. Now starting off on this vehicle as it comes into our shop in its raw format, it's actually quite a unique build and I wanted to go through this car with you just to show you some really cool features. This is actually a 2008 model 200 series with a major facelift. As you can see, it's got the bonnet in there from a newer version 200 as well as the front end lights and the grille mount. On the inside of the vehicle there's a whole bunch of goodies we'll go through next, but running from the outside forward, on the front is an extreme bull bar running an X-Bull winch and a night armor light bar. Now up the side here, big stainless steel snorkel providing all that oxygen that's needed for the big motor. And on the wheels we've got the Dirty Life wheels wrapped in a set of Mickey Thompson tires. Now suspension under this bad boy is a set of Rancho shock absorbers with remote reservoir, remote reservoir shock is in Rancho coils. Now on the sides we've got a Legend X side steps acting as rock sliders as well, and these really nice vehicle flares that have been attached. Why don't we step inside this vehicle where there's a lot being done to it. Righto, so guys, on the inside of here, this entire center console is actually being changed out. It has got the carbon fiber wrap basically on it, but really cool. This little unique Iron Man flip up engine start switch. And as you can see, when the vehicle powers up, there's a really interesting look on the cluster, completely different, and it got me by surprise when I first jumped in. Full EC off-road change out driver's panel. So basically all your cluster gauges are changed out, as well as a bigger center console screen, all wrapped up. And this electronics you can really find great from the head units from EC Off-Road. Now, what we're going to do next is get the vehicle in the back of the shop and start installing our AX27 rooftop tent and 270-degree awning. Let's get to it. Righto guys, so I'm here in the back workshop with Simon and he's already had a cracking start for the initial fitment of the roof rails with load bars on top of them. Let me explain the difference a little bit. We've gone with a wedge tail roof rack. In essence, basically what you're achieving is you're achieving two north-south or lengthways facing side rails with a few load bars in between. Now, not every single roof rack manufacturer will allow you to split up their roof rack. Wedge tail do, and what that's going to be giving us is the correct load carrying capacity to suit the roof of the vehicle. One positive is we're not running as many slats as we just will be attaching a few bars across the other, more than strong enough to mount the tent and more than strong enough to fit and secure to the vehicle, as it's actually using the same amount of mounting points on the vehicle as a full-size, full-fitted, heavier version of a completed roof rack. Now, bits of tips and tricks. Once everything's removed, make sure you clean all the holes and entry points on the old rails. This being a 2008 model vehicle, is obviously needs to make sure that we get all the dust out of the spots. Next step, and what we like using, is an adhesive sealer. Now, it doesn't really matter which brand you use. Focus on the fact of it being a polyurethane-based adhesive sealer being the big thing. So it'll not only stick or glue on, but it'll also seal the nuts or bolts. Basically after that, these side mounting sections get glued into place and sealed so no water gets inside. And then the nice north-south length rails get adhered to that. Few load bars on the top, and then our AX27 is ready to get mounted. Righto guys, so Simon's finished up installing the roof rails onto the side rails, all attached up and ready to go. And a couple things you just got to notice or bear in mind before you're doing an install of your tent onto a vehicle is we make sure that none of the other vehicle accessories are going to interfere. One big thing which was a concern when the vehicle first pulled in this morning was the stainless steel snorkel. But after a bit of measuring and double checking, we don't have to cut the snorkel back at all. The tent is going to clear the top of that with no dramas. Now, the nice thing with this is we've got our 4 bars running across this to support the tent in various places. So we're not going to have any long distances between supports. The other side of it, the tents come standard with 6 of these side mount brackets. Well, it's a universal fitment bracket. And what you will be chasing in this instance is using the ones that look like a bit of an angle iron with the various slots in it. So instead of pinching it to this rack, we're actually going to hard bolt it straight through these, which attach to the side of the tent as well, and that'll insert into the channel nuts which are used for these. Now, channel nuts are available through Unistrut, Wedge Tail, number of guys you can find channel nuts in Australia. So definitely have a look into those and really secure mounting system. Next up, tent goes on. After that, we'll be attaching an awning. Next time I'll see you is when that's all wrapped up and we have the final product to show off. Well, there we have it. Finished product, the AX27 rooftop tent with the 270 XT MAX awning mounted to the wedge tail rails and crossbars. Now guys, really simple setup on this. With the 200s, what I find is extremely easy to do, and the one thing to notice is when the door is opening, we are trying to make sure that the awning arm clears the back wing of the door. So we mount the tent a little bit further forward. Because we mounted further forward on them, or on this specific vehicle, let's say, we don't use the rear ladder for setup. So simply pop down your rear tailgate, which gives you plenty safe and secure standing area. Pop 2 stainless steel latches up. The tent automatically goes up like that. Then coming on this side, pull the bungee cord down. Now as far as the spring rods goes, you'll be taking the shorter spring rod. We've cut this to size as it does refer to in the manuals. And this will be attaching into our spring rod adapter bracket section over there. The longer rear spring rod comes up and attaches onto the back. Now, as some of you might have noticed already, you will see that there's a bit of loose canvas hanging in the front. And what I'm going to be doing is going up and showing you our extra large rainfly. Pulling up the ladder, and the customers decided to upgrade this as well to a deluxe ladder. So that's going to be opening up, attaching onto the side as the main entry point, like that. Secure this into place, and really nice, comfortable stairs all the way up into the tent. Now, as far as the extra large rain flies goes, they do take a number of smaller spring rods, as you can see over here. And what we are chasing is the one on this side, basically curving to the front while coming out the side. Now the easiest way to attach that is simply slot it into the stainless steel bracket so it slides down into position like that. Pull back, and you can really pull back hard on these without any drama, and hook that into place. Once that's open and you are entering it for the second time, there's more than enough entry space to get up underneath this. So I'm going to just go to the opposite side and hook up the other side as well. Same thing applies over here. Just open up the mesh, stick your head out on this side, and this side I can actually do from the inside of the tent. Pop it into position. You'll notice that it's designed to clear the awnings, even when the awnings are mounted in an upward position. Pull back on that, hook that through the eyelet, and there you have it. A huge coverage side, and basically just giving you that extra cover when getting up the ladder. The nice thing as well, to also give you some more privacy, because they do tend to come down the sides a bit better. Now, after all of that, the quick and easy setup of our 270, in this case, Max Awning. For the ultimate shade covering from the Bush Company, huge awning, massive shade cover, good in the rain and in all weather conditions. What I like to do with these, extend the front strap nice and long, and I go and hook this onto the strap hook bracket on the opposite side of the vehicle. Jinxed myself, as long as I can get it. There we go. So extend the strap all the way around, hook it on the front like that. Now you'll notice I'm not tensioning up the front just yet. It is a 3-step process to get the optimum tension on our awnings. So from there, walk the back around, and you will notice over here that it is clearing that spoiler, as I was referring to, or the wing on the back of the door on the 200 series. So I'll bring this in, hook it to the other strap hook bracket, and tension it up to the 90-degree mark. Ample space for all of you with 200s. Opens up. The wing actually clears all the arms and the truss arms, and just goes and lies within the canvas. Now tension up the front to basically take up all the tension and have that canvas nice and taut. And there you have it, a seriously awesome touring setup. And I must be honest, with one unique 200 series vehicle. Guys, thanks for watching this rig rundown of this 200 series in Subaru Blue. And for more information on the Bush Company products, pop into thebushcompany.com. Don't forget to go Bush, and I'll catch you later.